Well, it looks like it's 7 o'clock, so I'll call this meeting to order. All join me in the pledge of allegiance to the flag of our country. Pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Just a reminder to everybody, the call-in number for the night's meeting is 930-8189. Now I'll call for roll call. Let it show that Aaron Bethke is absent. Item 4 on the agenda, acceptance of July 19th meeting.
So
Minutes
moved.
of July 19th meeting.
So moved.
Second.
Motion been made and seconded to accept the minutes of July 19 meeting. Any discussion? And now I'll call for a vote. All those in favor? 4-0. Item 5, acceptance of agenda.
So moved.
No 11th hour.
Second.
Okay, motion been made and seconded to accept the agenda. Any discussion on the motion? All those in favor? 4-0. Item 6, open to public. There is no public here, so we'll go to number 7. New business. Set a workshop date. Discussion and action.
Yeah, we do need to have a workshop. I know we don't care to have workshops much in the summer, but I have a policy change that is on top of us. And I have some tax acquired property issues to work through with the board. And it would be good to get these underway before fall. I would recommend August 23rd, which is a Tuesday, 4 weeks from today.
I'm good.
So you heard the town manager's recommendation. Which of the board?
Everybody good with the date?
3 weeks
I'm
from
good.
today.
Yeah, 3
Fine.
Make a motion, we go with the 23rd of August.
Second.
Okay, motion made and seconded to go for the 23rd of August for a workshop date. Any discussion? All those in favor? That it is. 11th hour.
Yeah, I put down some notes about 11th hour, but I have no information, so I have no 11th hour.
Okay. We do have some correspondence, I say.
Yeah, quite a few pieces. Actually, the first from William Kelly announcing that Kristen Collins will be leaving the firm, and that will be effective August 5th. We've used her quite a bit, and she'll be working at Peretti Flaherty in Augusta. The Searsport Water District's monthly trustees meeting will be August 9th, Tuesday, August 9th at 2 p.m. Up at the Water District. Next item is from the Maine Department of Transportation, and this is an announcement about rumple strips going in. We had a number of rumple strips put in last year as a test, and now they're going in. They're adding to those rumple strips in Searsport. Next item is from the Forest and Paper, the American Forest and Paper Association. This is a commentary on the Municipal Review Committee's post-2018 plan, and it's throwing their, I guess their 2 cents worth into the single stream recycling that's being proposed by Municipal Review Committee, which we've already voted on. Next item is from Eastern Maine Development Corporation, and this is just a friendly hello, we're here. pointing out that they're midway through the summer, but also the second page of this is the services that are provided from EMDC. So this is good to have in your folders so that you know the things that are being offered. I did actually make a referral for a prospective business owner recently, and the outcome was very good. EMDC called them right back, and everybody's happy about it. And the last item in the packet is from Maine DOT again, and this is the reconstruction project that we are going to be seeing, the Route 1 rebuild. And I included this because they were asking about utilities. I submitted the form about our wastewater utilities that are within the project, but it also shows you they are working, and we're still on track. That's it.
Jameson,
Yeah, well,
I got a call today. We've dealt with this in the Main Street revitalization to MDOT, I think several times. I don't know what the status is. It's about the Route 1 speed limits. This complaint was from a homeowner who lives there, and the air brakes, and the trucks are going fast on Route 1 legally, but have to slow down. I think we've asked for that. I think the chief has dealt with this several times too. If my memory serves me well, and chime in, Dick, if you have anything. They've never really gotten back to us on that, have they?
We've never had a response about the speed. We put in a request, and I included some letters from some local businesses in the request to lower the speed limit. As for the air brakes, we did include in our traffic ordinance a section on the use of air-assisted brakes, and the police do have that in their bag of tools, and if they could catch them. And I know that we have written to a few companies to let them know of the problem, and it has, usually it's an out-of-state truck that, if you're coming up from Georgia and you see the little sign, maybe you don't see the sign because you've been driving all night and you forget that you're in a residential. But
This
most
particular,
of the local ones have been dealt with.
and I know that for a fact because downtown doesn't have
Yep.
anywhere near the problem we used to. In fact, I haven't heard it in a long time. But this is during the middle of the night, evidently, waking people up.
Yeah. I'll
Maybe
mention
have
to
to
the
do a
chief
special
detail.
detail. I'm not requesting that, but
Okay.
whatever you think. If we can catch them, they stop. I remember dealing with this a year ago downtown. And you calling people, or somebody calling people.
The chief is the chief's watching us this evening, and he's going to let us know that we have an ordinance dealing with this. This is the first time that he's heard that in the last 2 to 3 years. So right directly from the chief. We haven't been experiencing it. So.
And the MDOT thing, can we deal with that again
I'll do
and
a
try to get an
follow-up.
answer out of them?
I'll do a follow-up.
Because I really don't think they've ever. They say they look into it. They don't answer it.
So I wrote to our engineer last week, Ernie Martin. He was on vacation. I asked for a meeting with the local engineer and the town so that we can get on the same page with what we're doing, because right now there's some requests for additional Route 1 work that should be encompassed in the project, and it's slowing down the ability for business to move into a certain area of town. So,
Thank you.
This is something we attempted back, I know at least 15 years ago, with DOT. And one of the previous town managers told me, says, that may be on Route 1, but this is our downtown, our Main Street.
That's right.
But it didn't, their big thing is keep traffic moving.
You know, on my truck, if I take my foot off the gas when I get near the nursing home, because of the hill, the truck actually picks up speed
Oh, yeah.
going down that hill. That's a hard one to
Yeah.
control.
Is that the area they want to reduce the speed? Is that where it's 35 there, you know, above the nursing home, going toward Belfast? Is that
Yeah,
the area
that's
you're
one of
talking
the
about?
areas that we wrote to them about. The chief is also awaiting some calls. He has a request in to have the turnpike road looked at as well, and we're waiting. We'll try to get it going.
Yeah, the way that East Main Street's being developed now, that probably should be looked at too.
I mean,
They should revisit it from time to
Right.
time, and it doesn't hurt for us to say it's time.
has there been any recent traffic counts? To me, this year seems like more traffic than ever on the
There's
road.
definitely more traffic. I
You
don't.
know,
They don't do traffic counts every year, and we did have one. Remember, it's been within the past 5 years, I think, because
Been a while.
they had the strips out. And,
About 4 years ago.
yeah, I think it was about 4 or so. But that was 4 years ago when gas prices were half again as much as they are
Yeah.
today. We have a lot more travelers today because it's less expensive to travel.
I mean, I've seen it bumper to bumper, you know, Long Cove, up
Oh,
by me, all the way
we're
through.
on the take a right-hand turn and go to the post office before you come to the town office.
When it's backed up to Prospect Street on a Friday afternoon, that means the economy's looking pretty
Yeah.
good. They're up here with their campus and everything, and in one sense, that's what we want. Come up here with your wallet full, go home with it empty, but in the other sense, we gotta live with them too.
Any other comments on correspondence? Okay, here now, we'll move on to item 10, treasurer's warrant. Take a motion on that.
Make a motion, we approve the treasurer's warrants.
Second.
Motion made and seconded to approve the treasurer's warrants on signature. All those in favor? James, your report.
Yeah, the Public Works, Bob was back at the beginning of the month and we were able to get caught up on a lot of the projects. Wellman Pavement has been in and they've paved Mortland Road, Black Road South, and Monroe Road. They will come back in August and pave the wharf ramp and a portion of Prospect Street where we replaced the under drain. The Maine Municipal Association's Insurance Division came last month and inspected the facility, the Public Works facility. They will forward a report to us of the problem areas next month. In wastewater, I have no significant news to report. In the Carver Memorial Library, the staff is doing well. We were not able to complete the back steps and replace the retaining wall behind the library last month. Bob is confident that we'll be able to do that soon. I am attaching statistics for the downloads of our Story Time at Carver Memorial Library show. I am very impressed that our local show has been downloaded. Local shows have been downloaded 406 times by 47 stations across the country. Congratulations to the library staff, and thank you to George Kerper for recording and uploading the shows to the PEG media. The ambulance responded to 42 calls for service in July. The crews did 8 interfacility transfers and 1 paramedic intercept. They also have picked up a short-term dialysis transport that needs to be done 3 times per week. Both ambulances are running good. Adrian reports that the EMT course is looking good, and if we do host it, the class will be full. The fire department responded to 6 calls for service and issued 35 burn permits in July. The chief reports no issues with any equipment this month. In code enforcement, Randy dealt with a few shoreline zoning violations last month. They have all been resolved. He's been very active with permits. The Searsport Police Department received 194 calls for service during the month of July. The chief reports that the 4th of July activities went well. The issues that arose during the day and night were quickly taken care of by the officers. They are preparing for this weekend's Maritime Heritage Days. He ordered the new electronic message boards, all vehicles up to date with service and running well. Officer Remillard was able to take his vacation last month. In recreation, there's not a lot going on, but Carrie's been helping organize some of the Maritime Heritage Days events and paperwork and getting ready for the fling into fall. Both of these events are coming together well. In the town hall, we completed our town-wide annual training last month, and I have no significant news to report from committees.
The town manager report, any comment?
I just wanna say, I spoke to Adrian on the EMT class, and I think he gave me the names of 5 Searsport people that are gonna be in it if this thing goes, and that will take a load off of the rest of the EMTs in the department, as far as getting time assignments. And did you wanna talk about the electronic signs, or wait till,
We'll wait until he's up and running.
I have had one person ask me when we gonna patch the pavement on Nixon Road where they dug it up near Rivers home and put a culvert in.
Yeah, we need to go over it again. I was across that 2 days ago, and it's just
It's gravel.
yeah, it's got to be patched.
Yeah.
I'll find out.
Do I have a motion on accepting town manager's report?
So moved.
Motion been made and seconded to accept the town manager's report. Any discussion on the motion? Hearing none, I'll call a vote. All in favor? 1-0. Selectmen's report. Mark, do you have anything?
Well, I've just had a couple of people approaching me concerning questions as to what we're doing on the Economic Development Committee and if there's still plans for the town to bring in a economic development specialist. And I've heard some desire for the you know, away from the shore industrial park. It's something that we could use in the future as a tax base. That's about all I have.
Doug?
No, I brought what I needed up.
Okay.
no, I'm good.
Nor do I. James, do you want to make a comment on what Mac mentioned?
Yeah, I would just comment that we have revamped the prospectus that we put out, the RFP that we put out, and I have sent that to a couple of people. I still have a couple more to send it to. I have been in contact with the gentleman that Buddy Hall was in here a few weeks back mentioning. So, yeah, we're still out there
So the wheels
doing
are
a little
turning
marketing
slowly. Okay.
slowly. And perhaps the port activities, the maritime days this weekend and the port summit might generate some additional interest. So, still working.
Thank you.
Sure.
Yeah.
I do have one thing I'd like to say. People at home can't see this.
Hold it out.
But James did a pamphlet for Heritage, the Port Summit, and it's very well done and very commercial. And thank you, James. Good enough to be framed.
Would you want to elaborate as to who this is open to and you know,
Well, the summit part,
watching?
which will take place Saturday at 1 o'clock, is open to everyone. It's envisioned that, or planned that Captain Monroe, whose bio is on the sheet, will be coming to do about an hour to an hour and a half discussion about current port trends, how ports operate, and the current markets, and then opening it up to questions and answers. There will be folks there from the local port. Sprague has indicated they'll be there. GAC will have a representative. The Central Maine Growth Council will be there to talk about the tariff, or the zone, the trade-free zone, and we're hoping to have, you know, some back and forth. It's not completely sure how the program will go after Captain Monroe. At one point, the state will be there as well. DOT has committed to have representatives there, and I'm hoping that it'll be informal and informative, and kind of question and answer and friendly.
We have an idea how long it'll run?
Well, we've booked in 3 hours.
I see.
Depending on the weather, I might hope that it goes sooner, but
Depending on how
we'll
hot
see.
it is up there.
We booked it in, and we'll be there as long as we need to be.
And I believe too, there's gonna be a representative of the Coast Guard there.
Good.
Now, I got we closed the dump early a couple of times in recent weeks. I know Bobby had one shut down because of an electrical storm. You have another?
I've addressed that.
You have.
Yeah, we should be back. There's been an adjustment in the Friday schedule when they run back and forth to Perk so that they can make sure that they're till after 5.
I'd like to comment that when I'm up there now, I noticed it seems to be running more efficient. And, somebody's right out there looking at the bags. People are tossing in. And
And it's
Seems
swept
like-
too.
Yep, I think it just looks like a better operation.
I can second that. They actually asked for my sticker.
Yep.
James, are there any call-ins?
No cost.
Call. Item 14, executive session. According to MRSA 1, 4056F, confidential, general assistance matter, poverty abatement. And also MRSA 1, 4056E, consultation with legal counsel. I hear a motion to go into executive session.
So moved.
Second.
Motion made, seconded to leave our regular agenda, go to executive session at 7:22. All those in favor? Okay, it is 7:37. I'll take a motion to go to executive session and go back into our regular agenda.
Second.
Motion been made and seconded to go to executive session in a regular agenda. All those in favor? There is no action to be taken from executive session. If there's nothing else coming before the board, I will take a motion to adjourn.
Second.
Second. Third.
Motion been made and seconded to adjourn. Any discussion on the motion? Here now, I'll call for a vote. All those in favor?